Hey everybody out there in YouTube land, this is Jake Jabarelli, jabarelli.com. Just a bunch of referral links. So Speedbit made another update recently. They limited the length of time that it takes to reach the final points of payment. Honestly, I hadn't reached the 60-day point before, but since they reduced the interest rate from 6% per day to 3% per day, it meant it was going to take twice as long. Well, Speedbit apparently heard our cries for that's too long for, quote, Speedbit to be effective, and so they shortened it down to 2 months period. So you can only get 180% return on investment in 60 days, 60, 63 days, somewhere in there. Now, once your account gets to the end of that total return, you stop gaining, which means you have to take withdrawal or deposit more, one or the other. You don't get any more money. And I know that my charts, my HYIP charts, imply that it's indefinite. It's definitely not indefinite. Sorry to be confusing with those two English words. Once you reach the end, you stop accruing. So you need to withdraw. Now, I went through the chart that I created and updated it to show that every single time we withdraw, regardless of when you withdraw, there's a fee, roughly $4 US, 0.0004 BTC, Bitcoin. So if you go with a minimum per my spreadsheet before, it's actually not practical. It takes a really long time and you don't get very much out. You can get your original deposit back, but that's it. You just get your original deposit back, and then once you let it go to its finality, if you take another withdrawal at that point, they take most of that remaining money because of the fee. So it would be good to wait the entire 60 days if you're going to go with a minimum. That's the conclusion I would reach. If you're going to put in 0.001 Bitcoin, then go the full 60 days before you withdraw anything. It's the best deal because of the fee. Otherwise, I would consider at least twice the minimum or 5 times the minimum or as much as you can reasonably afford, because anything less than that is going to hurt you from the fees. So let's go to the chart and I'll show you how. I'm always interested in the doubling point, and I will say that my calculations initially were a little bit wrong, but then of course Speedbit changed the rules, so now my calculations are wrong, so I had to redo it. This is showing, this chart on the left side here is showing what happens if you just go for 2x. That is just basically your original amount that you put in, you get out. So we're going to ignore the 0.001 minimum because it's not practical if you're going to just go for the minimum in and out. You shouldn't do that the way they've changed the rules now. And that's probably intentional. They didn't want people putting the bare minimum. But if you go for the max, the total 60 days, with like a larger amount, let's say with 0.005, which is roughly, this is according to the current price, $47.70 US dollars. Your first payout will be 85 at the current price. But let's just go with Bitcoin because we have no idea what the price will be in 2 months. It will be nearly 0.01 Bitcoin. This is accurate. It will take you 63 days to get to this if you put that in. And that's right. That's 180% of your original deposit. Now, my new calculation factors in the withdrawal fee. So these values that you're seeing here are minus this fee. So that you know, if you look at my charts, you'll see exactly what you get, because this number is updated from CoinMarketCap every, I think, 10 minutes or so. So whenever you refresh this page and you go visit this thing, you'll be able to see. Now, of course, my charts are view only, so if you want a copy of this, please be my guest and download your own copy to whatever format you want. I recommend using Google Docs because it's free. You can get an account for free, you can use the program for free, copy all this information for free, do it on your own chart. But the calculations here will basically show you, you can still do the doubling. Actually, in this case, it's going to be more than double because you're doing 180%, 360, 720, etc., etc., etc. this chart on this side is just showing you the bare minimum to get to twice whatever you put in. So how long will it take to get to twice? 72 days, not 63. 63 is nearly twice. So it takes 72 to get to exactly twice. And like I said, this is minus the fee, because in order to reinvest, you either put money you've already had somewhere else in, or you take this minus the fee. So in order to put it back in, it's going to be minus the fee, and then you can put it back in again. So I'm just trying to show that you're going to be losing, $4 every single time you take out, and there's nothing you can do about that. No matter how little you put in at 0.001, they're still going to take this fee every single time you withdraw. So maximize your withdrawal. Either put more money in to start with so that your fee seems less, or wait the entire period. And that's really the gist of Speedbit. The whole point of this is to make the math as simple as possible. I get that Speedbit's trying to make it simple too. They're trying to make it easy for you to invest, and I'm trying to make it so that you can understand what's actually going on. That's my whole thing. I want to know what's going on, so when I make this video, so you can know what's going on. I hope it's clear with this chart. I know this is a bunch of numbers and a bunch of chart stuff, and it's all mathy stuff. I find it fascinating. That's why I'm doing this. I really like the math. I'd say I probably might like it as much as, if not more than, making videos themselves, but I like helping people too. And so if I can do the math, which most people don't like doing, and then present that in an easy to understand way, hopefully. I know, like I said, this is numbery, but I'm just trying to show what actually happens and where the fees are, so that anybody who uses the software and uses this site, or whatever site it is I'm talking about, will understand exactly what they're getting. A lot of these sites, whether it's intentional or not, don't really make it clear as to what's going on, and that my impression of that as to why a site would make it not completely clear is the less you know, the more they can take advantage of you. And I don't appreciate that. So I'm trying to show you how it works. So yeah, probably not going to go with the bare minimum unless you plan on going the full 63 days. But I would say go at least 0.02, if not 0.05. I've seen some people say that they've done that. Some of my subscribers have gone higher. I mean, heck, if you want to go higher than that, like I said before, as I always say, I try to say in all my videos, do not play with your core money. This is for fun. This is for entertainment. Yes, it's for profit, but you should not be putting money in that's your core, or your investment, or your retirement money. It's not smart. These are not investments like Goldman Sachs or many of those Wall Street things, or whatever other countries have for the equivalent. This is play money. If you happen to have a lot of play money to play with, go do whatever you like. But these are high risk investment opportunities, which means their terms of service is going to change, like has already happened twice, and they could evaporate tomorrow. So heck, they could stop paying tomorrow, and then you lose everything you put in. So just be forewarned. I'm not a finance guy. I just like numbers. I have no degree in this. I'm an engineer by trade. So I hope that you appreciate this video. Just want to remind everybody that yes, we're still doing the giveaway. I was contacted by YouTube to say that I needed to set up official rules. The official rules are now on my About page. You can check them out. You can read them. You can download. You can do whatever you like with them. They're all available there. They're a little bit constraining, but this is something I wish I'd learned before. I'm sorry to include it in this video in particular, but apparently a lot of people use giveaways as scams, and I don't want to be associated with that at all. So I'm trying to make this as legitimate as possible, so I can legitimately give money away to my subscribers, whom I greatly appreciate for them watching my videos and giving me comments and likes. So if you want to participate, please go read the rules. And I'm sorry if you somehow don't fall into the specifications that YouTube has created for me. They're just trying to, I think the term is, cover their butt. So they don't get burned, and I don't get burned. So in any case, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.